No worries.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome on board, Dr. Esraa Khoudary, and welcome all for this open discussion about linguistics. And also we have our friend here, Asma Al-Atfi, from your Lingua team. And here we can welcome Dr. Esraa for sharing with us her academic experience about linguistics and its importance for understanding and reiterating the same message with the same register and the same level of context. Also, I would welcome to all of you to share your questions, inquiries, and anything you can share with us, inshallah. But now we will give the floor to Dr. Esraa to have a speech. Dr. Esraa.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I thank you for being hosted in this lecture. I'm amazed by this course, and I find that it's very beneficial. We find that I will ask the trainees that Dr. Heba taught them how to deal with long sentence and how to manage interpreting complicated sentence and how to strengthen your short memory storage and how to use miscellaneous words of the same type of interpretation. And now I want to ask the trainees, give them a sentence and know how to practice all what they learned in this lecture, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, all of them are enthusiastic. Guys, are you ready?
Guys?
We were born ready.
Yes, do you hear us?
Yeah. All of them already. Yes, Dr.
Okay,
Esraa,
I have a document that we have studied during our lectures while being undergraduate. So here we could find the post-conflict atmosphere fosters an environment where organized criminal networks could actively work and reap substantial profit, okay? I found that this is a long sentence. So how could you apply the skills that Prof. Heba learned to you, okay?
Okay, can anybody guess the answer?
I will
Ghazal?
repeat this sentence again. Okay.
Sarah is asking to repeat the sentence, Dr. Esraa.
The post-conflict atmosphere fosters atmosphere fosters an environment where organized criminal networks could actively work and reap substantial profit. Okay, can you shadow this sentence? I know that Dr. Heba.
Okay, I would choose somebody to shadow. I would choose Ghazal. Ghazal, can you shadow the sentence?
Okay, I think I only heard the post-conflict environment, but after that the voice wasn't so clear. So I'm sorry, can you repeat it again?
Yeah.
Okay. The post-conflict atmosphere fosters an environment where organized criminal networks could actively work and reap substantial profit. This is a long sentence.
Yes.
And this is the thing that I ask you to focus on while studying, not to, if Dr. Heba taught you the lecture and what I found in front of me here in the PPT, really it's a great and it's a really amusing and wonderful slides, but I want you to practice what you have in the lecture, because interpretation is not to study the lecture itself, is to is to take notes and then to practice on each note of this, because interpretation needs to practice more and more, not to just learn theoretically. Okay.
Yes, sure.
So we could find that this sentence is really simple. It has no difficult words, but it's an example of the long sentence. Okay, so you could not to confine yourself with the audios that you have, okay, with the audios that you learn more and more or listen to more and more and make shadow. No, you should listen to a new audios. Okay.
Yes.
Listen, you hear me?
Yes, yes, sure, I hear you.
Try to make shadow for a new audio. Okay.
Yes.
In order to strengthen your memory and to know how to be acquainted with new terminologies. Okay. So
Yes.
I found that if I repeat this sentence, we could not find any difficult word like the post-conflict atmosphere. Okay, is
Yes.
there any difficult word?
No, there isn't.
No. Fosters an environment where organized criminal networks could actively work and reap substantial profit. There is no difficult word at all.
Yes.
And I found that you are excellent. I found that you are excellent trainees. So why couldn't you make a shadow for this sentence? Why? Because you aren't come up with new audio. Okay, you must listen to a lot of audios and a lot of different audios, not those that are presented to you. Okay, with my all due respect for the material. The material is wonderful and amazing, and I'm really highly delighted with you, but I want you to confront with in another audios to learn more and more, to learn at least 2 hours per day, to
So
listen
take note
2
of
hours per day to different audios. Okay.
Okay, Dr.
And I have
Esraa.
oh, so again, I want you to listen, okay, or you could use a pen, okay, a pen and a paper, and try
like
to write after me, okay, to write after me this sentence: the post-conflict atmosphere. We could find that there is a noun phrase which is consists of a noun and a two adjective, or the post-conflict. Okay. This,
but you know,
the
Dr.
post.
Esraa, sometimes maybe we find that linguistic theories are difficult to apply. What can you recommend, or what can you advise the best way to facilitate, to make the theory of linguistics simple?
Yeah. Yes. We could find here in this sentence that there is an embedded sentence with the long sentence. Okay. The basic we could find that where the fosters an environment. Okay. And after that, he describes this environment where organized criminal networks. But the difficult thing here is there are a lot of nouns. There is not a specific noun. Okay, it is a noun phrase which consists of a lot of nouns, like post-conflict atmosphere, organized criminal networks. Okay. So you must train your memory. Okay, you must train your memory to acquire a long noun phrases. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Doctor. I have one question for you, Dr. Esraa.
Yes, go.
For what level, for as an interpreters, we have to take care about intonation, about compound nouns, about the phrase names like that, nouns. And for your example here, you are talking about somebody not native and without applying any intonation levels. So how can I divide the long sentence like that? For me, you said post-conflict crisis or something like that. So I have to make sure how to divide the sentence, the long sentences. You have a magic technique or something like that?
No, not the magic technique. But I focus on the practice to how to. I listened to Dr. Heba said that they try to teach them how to make a hierarchical sentence, how to divide the sentence to the noun phrase and the verb phrase, how to catch the main, how to catch the main noun, how to catch the main verb, how to know the supplementary or the complementaries in this sense. So once I code the main noun and once I code the main verb, I could know or the overall meaning of the sentence. So if I listened again or I try to make a shadow for the sentence, we could know what is the adjective and what is the main verb and what is the noun phrase and so on.
Yeah. Okay. This is with the issue for long sentences. So what your advice for from the academic side for learning and applying linguistics? As interpreters, we mainly focus on the message, on delivering the message as much as possible, with maybe applying rephrasing, maybe applying omission for some words. But Dr. Heba told today not make omit, not omit everything. You have to decide which part. As a linguistic side, how to apply omission or addition or make paraphrasing with keeping the same level of the conversation, or we call it register.
Yeah, I didn't understand you well, but you want to how you ask about the role of linguistics to capture the meaning of the word, the meaning of the sentence, or what do you want to
with keeping the same level of speech,
Yeah. I for example, the sentence. I find that the sentence is the most important field of linguistics that help you code make. You can imagine the sentence. You can imagine by the diagram, by the tree diagram, which we could make for the sentence. It makes us how to imagine the noun, the main noun, and the adjective and the main verb and the complements of the sentence, okay, and what is the embedded syntax. And by the tree diagram is very, very important and helps more to get the overall meaning of the sentence.
Okay, by the way, it's open discussion for you all guys. So, you can ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, is there anybody want to ask?
I want you to make a sentence. I found that it's so easy and there is no difficult word. So I'm really angry. I'm very angry. How couldn't you make a shadow for this sentence? Really, you are excellent trainees. So
can I ask you a question, Dr. Esraa?
Yeah.
Nice to have you today or tonight. I would ask about a recent series you have tackled or even heard about regarding simultaneous interpretation, because I have no idea about it, but I have attended many lectures about, we have many professors talking about, there are many, let us say much theses that tackle simultaneous interpretation, and I couldn't follow up this matter because I'm making my MA in English teacher. So because you are a linguistic, sorry, yes?
Yes.
You are a doctor in the field of linguistics. Could you please just explain how could a professor do master piece or make a theory of simultaneous or an oral interpretation, I think it's difficult. I think it's really difficult because you're talking about something that let us say that it doesn't need a rule, it needs a skill. Am I right?
Yeah. We know that 99% of our professors are not acquainted with, are not fully aware with the skills of interpretation and simultaneous interpretation, especially because really it's a skill that needs to practice more and more, okay, and to practice daily, not to just acquire or get a lecture or get a PPT or study. No. You must hear or listen to language daily, not less than 2 hours per day. And I tell you that what I told you, that 99% of our professors couldn't be acquainted with the simultaneous interpretation. Only one of us, because also the MA and PhD take a lot of time, or take the great deal of our time, and we couldn't have time for practicing. So the one who is successful in the daily or in the work does not succeed in the thesis, in the MA or PhD. And the one who achieved success in this field, in the academic field, couldn't achieve success in the work, or the market work. So it's really difficult. It's really difficult to be a successful person in both fields, in the work and in the academic field. Okay, you understood me?
Yes, but this wasn't the point. Let me make it clear. What I'm just asking, how could you linguists do a thesis tackling interpretation as a theory, making let us say linguistic theories regarding simultaneous interpretation, and it has been known thoroughly and globally all over the world. Maybe in Tunisia or US, I have heard. I'm not talking about a professor can tackle or can be or can master simultaneous interpretation. No, I'm talking about how linguists do research in simultaneous interpretation. However, it's a profession of skills, not rules or something to be studied. Maybe they are. Yes, maybe they have just. Yes, I want to know a thesis like that. يعني هتبقى based on ايه؟ على مثلا تجارب ولا situations ولا ايه؟ ازاي هعمل ثيري للترجمة الفوري اللي اوريدي بستخدم عليها سكيل؟ فانا لما سمعت كده في المحاضرات اللي كده يعني اونلاين، فاستغربت ازاي المحاضرات بتعمل في US واليو ان على الترجمة الفوري. وقصدي مش محاضرات، رسائل بحثية PhD و MA. فاستغربت. فسؤالي يا دكتور، could you please tackle this issue؟ فهميني، انا مش عارفه تاسيس زي دي تتعمل ازاي، او هتاكل ايه الثيريز اللي ممكن انا وصلنا لها. اتفضلي.
هو كل الثيسز في الفيلدز المختلفة يعني. طبعا العلم واسع جدا، واللينغويستكس بحرها واسع جدا جدا جدا. all just I come up with is the field of discourse analysis. And really, to be frank with you, I didn't come up with any thesis which tackle the simultaneous interpretation, and really this is the first time to hear from you that.
Yeah, and I was honored والله برضو.
Can I share something with you يعني يا علا؟ في قريب جدا في أحد الثيوريز عن الموضوع ده ان هو بيحاولوا يتاكل ان انت لما بتترجم فوري او نظريات الترجمه الفوريه بشكل عام بيطبقوها على لو انت شايف الفيديو قدامك، ولو انت مش شايف الفيديو، ولو انت بتترجم بس اوديو، ولو انت بتترجم نص قدامك، مع ان كل الحالات كانت واحده. يعني كانوا بيمارسوا، اعتقد لو انا بجاوبك صحيح، الثيريز كانوا بيتكلموا على لو انت بتترجم نص مكتوب قدامك، حوار مكتوب قدامك، وبرضه بترجمه شفوي، بترجمه برضه مسموع بس، وبترجمه نظري، فاختلفت درجات الترجمه. فهنا هم بيقيسوا عليها معايير الترجمه، وبيقيسوا الاداء بيختلف ازاي، وايه المعايير اللي بتاثر على اختلافه. لو انا بجاوبك على نفس النقطه اللي انت بتتكلمي عنها. فهنا مراحل الدكتوراه
البادي بتاعت الثيسز اكسبيرمنتال
بالظبط، كلها تجريبيه بالظبط، كانوا بيشوفوا
بس
على حالات. اتفضل.
بس انا بس هضيف جزئيه، ان احنا اللي بيعمل thesis already بيبقى لازم يكون في a bulk of the thesis مخصص للtheoretical part.
طبعا
already
اكيد.
لازم يكون في theory، already لازم يكون في theory، ما ينفعش تكون thesis اطلاقا
الديسكورس زي ما
ممكن
حضرتك
يكون
ما قلتي
بحث، اوكي،
فعلا.
ممكن يكون research، ممكن يكون research، لكن thesis no. يعني it must be a theoretical part of the thesis which is confined or specialized to the theoretical parts of the thesis.
واعتقد هنا كانوا بيتكلموا عن حاجه اسمها المعرفه العصبيه او حاجه زي كده في اللينجويستكس، وقصدي تقريبا في علم النفس. كانوا بعض المحاور كان بيراعوا فيها اكتر من جانب.
والله فعلا انا حسيت كده انها تبقى ريليتد لحاجه حاجه regarding الاعصاب وحاجات سايكولوجيكال فعلا والله، لان فعلا الترجمه الشفهيه بتبقى صعبه جدا لاي حد، لان انت لما بتترجم وحتى برضه لما بتفسر اي عمل ادبي في نظريات كتيره قوي، يعني لما بتيجي تتطرق ليها عشان تفهمها بتحس ان هي بتبقى راجعه اكتر للسيكولوجي واللينجويستكس طبعا. هو انت دكتور ثانك يو استاذ منصور، ثانك يو دكتور اسراء، هو حضرتك يعني عايز اسال بس سؤال، هو حضرتك التخصص بتاعك ايه في اللينجويستكس؟
discourse analysis.
discourse analysis.
By the way, Dr. Esraa Ola is doing MA in the same faculty of languages and translation from Al-Azhar University. So yes, I wish her all the best. Okay, guys, would you like to ask Dr. Esraa anything about linguistics, how to maybe facilitate the theories of linguistics? Because Dr. Esraa, so many trainees told me that linguistics is it's too rich and it's very wide knowledge. So guys, would you like to ask Dr. Esraa anything about our lectures, anything about linguistics, academically, of course?
Can I share something, please?
Yes, Fatima, yes.
That may help Ola a lot, because she was asking about how researchers do something like that. I believe there are a lot of, it's not a lot, but there are many softwares or programs that researchers make use of it. I remember, I'm not sure about if it's available in interpretation, but I believe, yes, there are some. 2 weeks ago, I was one participant in something like that, but it was in written translation. And the researcher was using one program to test our quality in translation by using that software while we are translating. For example, if we stop before translating this sentence while typing. So I believe they make use of a lot of these programs to help them do their research, because interpretation is like a big field, and of course there will be a lot of theories in that field. We cannot just take it practically. There must be some theories in this field.
Yes, Fatima, thank you so much for this for this edition. And by the way, guys, Fatima Shahrani, she is a teaching assistant in Faculty of Linguistics and Translation also here in Saudi Arabia. Fatima is Saudi here in, she is teaching assistant in Saudi Arabia here. So Ola, have you followed the answer?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, yeah.
Yes, Ola, I hear you.
Yes.
I hope it was useful.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think time is up.
Sorry, I have a small question for Dr. Esraa.
Yeah.
Okay. First, the reason we couldn't shadow the sentence was only because we couldn't hear it well. The voice was cutting actually, and it wasn't difficult for us because with Dr. Heba we're exposed to even higher level of sentences and even difficult assignments, and we still managed to do it. My question is actually linguistics and translation studies. I teach at the university a translation studies course, and I've noticed that throughout all the research that I did, why did they try so hard to separate them? Meanwhile, from what we have taken so far in this course, we see that linguistics is actually a very important part of our translation and interpretation education. Then why did they try so hard to let it be as a science itself, the translation studies, and not be related to linguistics when we took it as students and when we are teaching it as instructors now?
Yeah, but linguistics help you know the full meaning of the sentence.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yes, like Al-Quran. If you say the verse إنما يخشى الله من عباده العلماء, so the parsing here help you know the overall meaning of the sentence. And if you don't concentrate on the parsing here, you may translate the sentence verse wrongly.
Because here in Lebanon,
so we could find that al-ulama'u, the parsing here makes it the al-ulama'u the subject of the sentence, okay? And Allah is the object of the sentence. So only the parsing, so only the parsing here converts the meaning of the sentence.
Yes, so my basic question was actually that linguistics should play an important role in our translation and interpreting education, because here in Lebanon it is excluded. We take it as an elective course at the university. It's not part of our program during the 3 years of bachelor degree. And mainly we were taught that translation studies is completely separated from linguistics. Each one is a different study. However, previously they were both given at the same time. So I don't know, from your own perspective as a doctor at Al-Azhar University, do you believe that it should be a core requirement for any translator or interpreter during their establishment?
Yeah, of course. And anything in language must be an integral part of each other. Okay? So linguistics cannot be separated from translation. And if you learn a new language, any language, not only English, okay, you must be fully aware with its linguistics.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Ola wants to ask.
Yes, Dr. Esraa, I would ask you a question. It seems that you are a good interpreter, asking us to be familiar with other phases of shadowing. Could you please tell us from your own experience being a linguist and having expertise in interpreting, best strategies of, let us say that hard situations that happens while you are in a booth or something and you cannot handle, even you dropped a sentence or you just didn't figure out the meaning or cannot hear an idea that dropped off. Could you just tell us more about from your own background, best way or strategy to fill in the gap? Yes.
Yeah. I will give you a very simple example here, and this is for all the trainees. Okay, concentrate with me. If I say we are fully aware of the significance of the conference to be held, okay, and you are simultaneously interpret this sentence, okay? Try to interpret with me and give me your interpretation, okay? I will repeat it again. All the trainees, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Try to interpret with me, and really, okay, you can write the interpretation or whatever you want, or you can store in your memory, okay? So I will repeat it again. We are fully aware of the significance of the conference to be held.
Yes.
Yeah, we are fully aware of the significance of the conference to be held.
Ghazal said that's the translation here, and also there's someone is talking.
Yes, نحن على دراية كاملة بأهمية الاجتماع الذي سيعقد. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes يا دكتور تفضل.
Anyone again?
Yes, this is علا. نحن على دراية تامة بأهمية الاجتماع الذي سيعقد أو المنعقد.
Yeah.
Yes.
دكتور إسراء غزل said نحن جميعا نعلم أهمية المؤتمر الذي سيعقد.
Yeah. Okay.
Who else wants to share?
طيب هل بقى الجملة ليها نحن إيه؟ Please repeat it again. على دراية
نحن على دراية yes
تامة
بأهمية الاجتماع الذي سيعقد أو المنعقد. Yes. I didn't remember the sentence, the tense of the sentence.
المنعقد أم الذي سيعقد أم الذي عقد أم what؟
الذي سينعقد.
Okay, first of all, Dr. Heba will give you in the following lectures terminology. Yes, Dr. Heba? Yes, it is right?
Terminology, you mean terminologies? No, we will start terminology subject next time.
Next time, yes.
So conference terminologies. By the way, there is an answer and different
terminology. It must be memorized as it is, okay? We are fully aware إننا نعي تماما. Yeah, إننا نعي تماما. So the terminologies, the UN terminologies must be memorized as it is, not to try to paraphrase the meaning, okay? Because you can find that in a lot of papers with the UN terminologies. And you can make shadows. You can say we are fully aware إننا نعي تماما. We are fully aware إننا نعي تماما. And you can make practice with this or use the headphones and try to make these terminologies to simultaneously interpret these terminologies.
Yes.
Okay. So if I say
in order to, do you mean that
أهمية المؤتمر الذي سيعقد أهمية المؤتمر we can make a pause, okay, while repeating this sentence. وإننا نعي تماما مغزى أن يعقد هذا المؤتمر. So you make a pause, okay? You make a pause while interpreting, and this will be achieved. By practicing, okay?
Okay.
If you will talk the terminologies, you can make a lot of practice and you can memorize thoroughly and perfectly all the terminologies. Okay? And I remembered while I was undergraduate in my faculty, and we entered the Lebanon, and each one is in a separate booth, and put our headsets and try to practice. Okay.
Yes.
Firstly, we took the terminologies After that, we took phrases. After that, we took a piece of sentence. After that, we took a small passages. Then, in the test at the last of the year, we took a paragraph. Okay, we are tested in a paragraph about nearly half 100 words. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Half a paper. So practice, like Dr. Heba told you, practice step by step. Firstly, make a shadow. Secondly, try to repeat the sentence. After that, try to paraphrase. Okay. Then try to memorize fully and thoroughly and perfectly the terminologies that Dr. Heba will give you. Okay. Try to practice these terminologies. After that, try to be confronted with the sentence, okay? Like the sentence that I asked you to just make a shadow of this sentence, okay? So not to confine yourself with the data, with the materials you took in these lectures. No, this is like a direction for you, okay?
Yeah, because this is just a guide, the presentation, but they have the whole syllabus.
I hear some of the trainees, and this is a very fun. I hear some of the trainees say that they didn't repeat the lecture, but okay, I don't want you to repeat the lecture again, to listen it again and again. No, but I want you to practice what you grasped in the lecture, okay?
Yes, we get your point.
I'm really angry with you. I'm really angry with you. Dr. Heba taught you how to make a shadow of the sentence, not to be confined with the sentence that Dr. Heba gave you. No, try to practice only not less than 2 hours per day to hear, and not only 2 hours per day to make shadows of the sentence. Okay. So after that, عارفين زي اللي بتعلم السواقة. يعني أنا لما جيت سمعت كده، فكان زوجي بيقول لي انت تقعدي 6 شهور تتعلمي، بعد كده 6 شهور تطلعي على الطريق على ما تتعلمي الخبطه اللي جايه من هنا واللي جايه من وراكي من هنا ومش عارف ايه واللي من جنبك من هنا. ف6 شهور بتعملي براكتسنج على الطريق على ما اوريدي تكوني خلاص بتسوقي بقى، مثلا وانت بتتكلمي في التليفون، بتسوقي بقى وانت ما بتاكلي مثلا اي حاجه. ف يعني انت ممكن تتعلمي في شهر، يعني انت ممكن تتعلمي السواقه في شهر، في حاجات هتعمليها، بس براكتسنج تقعدي 6 شهور على الطريق على ما اوريدي بقى الصدمات دي تصطدمي بقى كل حاجه. This is actually what happened in the simultaneous interpretation, in the consecutive, in whatever, even the written translation. Okay. Yes. Practicing is number one. Practicing is the only one, not number one, is the only one. Yeah. All what we have in courses, to be frank with you, all what we have in your courses is it's a direction. It's right to put you in the full track, in the right track. Okay, to put you in the right and only on the right track.
Thank you so much.
And then you play, you help yourself. Can you?
Yeah. So you can this is the way, the strategy in order to memorize the terminologies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Dr. Esraa, can you give us a brief about your thesis?
A brief about my thesis. My thesis title is Linguistic Manipulation as a Means of Sensationalism and Ideological Influence in Political News Reporting, okay? And it's about tackling the manipulation that the news reporters make while reporting the news, okay? And I make a comparative between 6 reports in 6 different news institutions, and how each one of those institutions tackle the report or tackle the news from its viewpoint according to its own ideology, according to so and so. So I tackled the pieces of linguistic manipulation, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and yes. I got finally about the result of my thesis. I tackled with Van Dyke himself by email, and we got that all the manipulated discourse are ideological. Firstly, okay, but not all ideological discourse are manipulative. Okay. So
Yes.
so we must concentrate on on the language of others, and manipulation really is a phenomenon today. We may speak to each other, may talk to each other, and make a manipulation. Okay.
And yes,
So we must focus on the language on the language of the people and how they speak to us. How can I analyze the discourse of the people? How can I analyze the manipulative discourse? How could I grasp the ideological discourse or the manipulative discourse? Okay, so I adore the field of
what are
the
linguist theories that you have tackled in your thesis? I don't know about the series like Naum Chomsky or Chaucer. I'm not familiar with linguists.
No. I didn't tackle any theory of Noam Chomsky. I adore Van Dyck. And I tackled him by learn more and more about the results of my thesis. Okay, and I tackled the appraisal theory, which is in 2005. And there is a new theory that's the thing that's astonished me, that there is a new theory only specified for manipulation. It's evolved in 2012. Okay, and it's under study. And it's under.
And you have tackled it in your own thesis? You have tackled it?
No.
Okay, so
but
لو كنت
my
عملتيها بدري شوية
thesis, I will tackle this theory. In my PhD thesis, I will complete this thesis.
Yes.
Inshallah, بإذن الله.
Back to Hala's question, she said, so we have to watch the video until we practice it. We have to make shadow until I get to try it. Yes, of course. Dr. Esraa, what do
I really thank
recommend
you,
in this?
Dr. Heba.
So yes, Hala, we have to make to watch it until we get to try it once. As Dr. Esraa said, this is the best way to practice. And I'd like to thank you so much, Dr. Esraa, for being with us.
I really
today.
thank you. I really thank you, Dr. Heba. Really, you are amazing instructor, and really I benefited from you a lot, and I am astonished by the slides of the PPT. It's really amazing.
ده عشان انت بس صاحبتي ولا رأيك كده بجد؟
No. I am frank. Heba, I am frank. Really, frankly, you are a wonderful instructor. I listen to you, your language, your way of tackling the materials with your trainees. Really, you are wonderful, and you have already an excellent trainees, and this is helping you, of course.
So thank you so much, Hala. Yes, they are all excellent. By the way, some of them are interpreters, and Hala, for example, she's certified in the United States, and but he's not here today. Fatima is teaching assistant, all is doing masters, and Dream is one of the excellent. Ghazal, Sara, Elsa, they are interpreters and they are translators, freelance, and they are perfect, wonderful. All of you guys, Wafa, Hania, who didn't come today, but they are also excellent.
لا أنا بعد كده هتعلم منكم.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Esraa. Mr. Mansour,
Yes. طيب بالعربي بنقول شكرا دكتورة إسراء being with us يعني النهاردة إن شاء الله. ونرحب بيكي في لينجوا طبعا في اي وقت. وبنشكر الدكتوره هبه ان هي عرفتنا على حضرتك وعلى تبادل الاكاديميك سايد النهارده. ان شاء الله باذن الله للشباب المتدربين يا رب.